Okay, I think we are live. Hello everybody. How are you all? I hope you are live. I am just assuming. So whoever has joined, please let me know that I am assuming right. All right. I'm waiting for a couple of minutes for people to join in and then we can get started. I hope everybody is excited and enjoying on a Saturday noon. Yeah, come on, come on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, people are joining.
People are joining. Okay.
People are joining. It's gonna be fun, I promise you. All right. Okay. Gosh, a lot of people have joined. Okay. So I think we can, without wasting a lot of time, we can just go ahead and get started. If anybody has any issues hearing us or if there is any lag, please let me know in the comment section so that I can figure it out and solve it for you guys. All right, Shoaib is saying good afternoon, everybody. So good afternoon, Shoaib. All right, with that, we can get started. I have Sherin M Thomas with me, and I'm a big fan of him since the college days. So I thought it will be a great thing if we can get started with my live sessions with him. So talking about him, he's first of all very enthusiastic personality, and that is why I chose to go live with him in my first live with anybody. Okay, so by profession, he's a construction management professional working in Dubai for juggle. And yeah, he has 8 years of working experience in total. And yes, I always said, I really admire him for everything he has done in life and the way he is doing and carrying his career. So I will just let him introduce himself so we can talk about his passion. So carry on.
Okay. That's a great introduction. As in, I didn't think okay, I am a construction management professional and all those things. that's a yeah. I am. I did my so I have studied in Jabalpur, St. Aloysius, and there I did my civil engineering, and then went to NICMAR for construction management. And yeah, I am also studying right now. Again, I'm doing another post graduation in business analytics. So yeah, I hope this will be a good life for people, and yeah, we can answer their questions too, right?
Yeah. So today's session is completely dedicated to the power of decision making. Decisions that can make your career, decisions that can break your career. So I thought it will be relevant and important to discuss things over that. And then actually from a professional who has done a lot of things in his career, and also, once you've been through your life, you decide upon things. You also fail, you also succeed, and then eventually you decide what is the best thing that you should choose. And there are also some set of regrets involved. I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that. If I would have done that, I may be doing better in life, right? So these are whole set of questions that we are going to address today. So, keep starting with the session. I want to ask Sharon sir, because it's very uncomfortable for me to call you Sharon.
You can call me Sharon.
Right. So, what do you think are some set of things, some decisions that make students boggle? It makes them confused.
So it is not just students. Like every person will have anxiety over taking decisions in their life, and I also had a lot of those. I have taken good decisions, bad decisions, all and all. I have done that, and I have been a little risk taker. So my decisions have been like that in terms of taking career shifts or doing a startup or all those things. So yeah, so and also like all the notorious things that we used to do in college days and all those things. What happens in like as we are growing, like we are always told that do this and then your life will be good. Do this 10th and then your life will be good. All those things, and then it comes a situation after college where actually you will be the paymaster of yourself. Like it will not be supported by your family. You have to do that, and that is when reality strikes you, and you have to take a lot of decisions. And we because of that huge burden on us, we are a lot fearsome to do things, and we think a lot in terms of that. uh, so obviously, when we talk about decisions, there are I basically set them apart in two different ways. As in, one are reversible decisions and one are irreversible decisions. So these are two types of decisions. Now, what happens is, so I'll just tell you what it is. Like irreversible decision. Sorry, first, reversible decisions will be like you can. So once you have moved ahead with that particular decision, you can anytime come back and start with the other like other option. Okay, and it wouldn't affect your life that much. Okay, it wouldn't affect you in terms of monetary terms, in terms of your time, and in terms of time is the main thing, and in terms of also like your day-to-day life doesn't get affected with that. And these are normal decisions that we take. Do we want to eat veg or non-veg? Anything like as basic as that. Okay, and the other one is the irreversible decisions. Now, these are decisions which are based on your time and based on your money, which once you have put in, and once you have started that, you cannot go back and say that, okay, let's leave everything and go back. You will be not at the same position of what you were earlier when you were taking that decision. So say you have started your PhD. Okay, graduation and all, everyone is cool. Like I'll be a dropout and I'll do things. That is all cool, because still you are not earning on your own. But once you say you are doing your PhD, okay, you have put in an year. So say that PhD is going to take 3 years, 4 years. You never know, right? And in the middle of it, you're going back. So those are decisions which are crucial, because these have taken a lot of your time and money to set things up at the same platform. Like I'll go back and start doing other things. You might have good options at the current scenario, but those are irreversible decisions. In my case, like I feel that those are irreversible decisions. Like, and what happens, what the crux of it is, we are giving equal weightage and equal tension and equal stress to take both of those decisions. Like you go to a restaurant, right? And you go and then you see the menu. You have so many options. What do? Just ask the other person, what do you want? And they'll be like, you tell. And then you'll discuss. And then there will be multiple combination and permutations in that. So, imagine even as basic as that, as basic things as those, as in what you're going to eat in the morning and evening and all those things, is equivalent to what is your life decision, such as you're doing your whole PhD or anything that, like, which is of much more importance. So we need to understand where we need to put more preference. The other way I tell about this is there are two things that we need to understand. There are two words that we need to understand. One is decision, and the other one is decision fatigue. Now, I'll tell you what is decision fatigue, so you'll understand what is decision. Okay, when you are committed to something, a decision, say you're committed to it 98%, like 98% what it is, you are going ahead with that decisions, but you're thinking that should I go with that one? Should I go with that? You are always jumping around in your own mind that the other option is still open. Okay, when you're keeping the other option still open, So what happens because of that? Oh, is something good coming in? No. Okay. What happens because of that is you yourself are making yourself tired of taking decisions. And when you're tired of taking decisions, you take the wrong decisions. You take the other path. Okay, once you have committed to something and once you have gone ahead with something, you're still thinking to about the other option. Okay, you will go back, and that is when it comes as what is 100% commitment in that case. Anything that you have taken, and that is what 100% commitment is, your decision. When you go ahead and take a decision on the basis of, there are multiple things on which you can take decisions on. I'll tell about that in the next section. But yeah, so once you're 100% committed and taken off the other option, like you don't have that option. Yeah, so say you are in outer space and you don't have the option to take out that mask, right? Your oxygen will go and you'll die, right? That is the case. Okay, just go and take your decision to outer space with the oxygen mask and never look back. Never look back. Like, it might be a good decision, it might be a bad decision, don't look back. Okay, go ahead and do things, because decision will always be supported by your actions. So until and unless you are taking actions, you'll be taking decisions in life without any effect on your in terms of monetary, in terms of time, in terms of your relationships, anything, right?
Yeah.
And should I go ahead and tell about how to take decision, or should I just?
Before we jump onto that, I see a lot of positive comments for you. You know, Nizam, he says this is so true. This does happen in daily life, decision fatigue, because we
Yeah.
tend to take decisions just like that. Okay. Um, we take hundreds of decisions in a day, and eventually, what happens? We tend to forget 50% of them, and
Yes.
disregard 50% of them. So eventually, nothing matters, and also our efficiency to take wise and meaningful decisions decreases day by day, because we end
Right.
up deciding things very frequently. So
Right.
yes, I just want to call out that please keep commenting as much as you can, and I am just displaying all the comments, all the good comments on screen, so that people get enthusiastic and they feel a lot of engagement. So do keep commenting, guys. It really means a lot. All right. So we are going ahead with the next thing. Is how to take wise and impactful decisions that can make your career.
So, yeah, again, as I've told that what are the type of decisions and everything, 100% commitment. So you have the outline of thing, right? Okay, 100% commitment, but to what? To what, right? So any decision that you take should be somewhat like these. These are the steps that I take. Okay, it is basically, I look that in next 5 to 10 years, what impact is this decision? Because what I'm talking about is irreversible decisions, right? You are going to take reversible decisions. You are going to get fatigued out of what decisions you're taking on daily basis. You have to grow into thinking that I'm not going to put that much effort in taking those decisions. Okay. Now I'm talking about irreversible decisions. So when you're talking about those decisions that are going to impact your life, okay, uh, then I just saw the question how to set goals. Okay, that we'll cover. Okay, so
Yeah, we will cover all the questions in the end of the session. First, we'll just discuss whatever we have planned. So, guys, we will address all the questions possible. So just be patient.
just keep a track. Like there's a good question that Ekta has given out. So keep a track of that. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, so when we are taking decisions, and these are irreversible decisions that we are at a point of juncture. So you are going to go out of the college, or you are going to be like you might be switching your career. That is a big decision, or you might be going to start your own startup, or you are just going to get up in 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that is also a big decision, but that is something else I'll tell afterwards. So you might be doing all those things, and how to take those decisions. Look into that. If I take this decision, what is the future of this decision? Now, how do I look into that? So if it is about career, and you are doing, say, a lot of people are doing PMPs, and a lot of people are like in your sector, there would be some certifications that suddenly a lot of people have started doing, right? I would never do those things. I would never do those things because those are current decisions. Those are things that you are doing because people are doing right now. I would rather learn something which is 10 years in the future, 10 years in the future, and it will be developed. So I'll search for that first. I'll search for that and understand where my industry is going, or where my prospect industry is going, where I want to shift, or something like that. I'll look into what in the next 10 years, where this decision can take me. If I've understood that, even if you're not able to do that next 10 years, do it 5 years. Think about it, because that is the most important thing, right? So when you're taking that decision, one of the most important would be your time, and one of the other most would be your money. Where your money would go, okay? Will you be able to take or monetize things, monetize the amount that you would be requiring in that next 5 years from that particular decision? Or in similar terms, other region, would you be happy with that person in which you are in a relationship in the next 5 years? Will you be committing for that? So that is a thing that we need to understand. Yes, AI and big data for the next 10 years, okay. And yes, those are artificial intelligence. We are already intelligent species, right? So we should put those efforts in ourselves, okay. And if you have understood that, okay, in the next 10 years, about these two decisions, or these two options or three options, these things are going at this particular place, okay. Okay, it might be money might be going in a particular sector, it might be going like way above our heads and all those things, and a lot of things will be there. The second thing that you need to understand is where you'll be happy. Happiness is one thing that we always neglect. We always we will be thinking, we think that we are going behind our happiness, but we will be going based on what the current scenario and people around us, and all those people, what their feedbacks are, and all those things, what they have to say is affecting us. So I was just listening to Sadhguru's one of his session, and he gave an awesome, like obviously he's a saint, so he will answer in those terms. And what he said was, when you're taking decisions, I'm just reading the comments, and so when you're taking decisions, just take out, like I told you, right? Go to space, and you cannot take your mask. Be isolated from all the rants that you're listening to, all the inputs that your family is giving, or anything like that, because this is your decision, your thing to take ahead. And though people will say that they'll be with you for if you take this decision, but it is you who are going to be handling everything day in, day out. It is not them, because they'll be handling their own things day in, day out, right? So just go out, zone out, and think about what you actually want to do, and you'll be happy doing that. So those are the things, and it is not like so these irreversible decisions are not like I have decided today and from next day it is there. These are, so one more thing that is there is instant gratification and delayed gratification. This is a path of delayed gratification where you keep yourself humbled and grounded and do things for the next 7 years to make yourself happy and make yourself make that decision right. Any decision can be made right. So I saw one question that what if the decision is wrong? So keep yourself aware that what are the things that are going around, and make the decision right. Should I give one example about that? So
Go ahead.
Ratan Tata, okay, like I admire him. Like obviously, a lot of people admire him, right? He is the one a lot of people see up to, right? What he does is he might take up a company that is like Jaguar and Range Rover. Sorry, not Range Rover. Okay, the other company, right? So what he did was he took that company. Everyone knows the story how it came to him and all those things. He took that business which was almost dead and was not making a good profit, and he went ahead. People might have, like, if we were in that position and if we were taking up a bad business, okay, there will be a lot of people who will be talking to us and they'll say that this is not right, though that is not right, and all those things. But are you able to make that decision right? So when you go ahead with all the commitment that you have, and you have to make that decision right for in future, okay, because you know that that this will make you happy. You know that this will be a good future for you. So yeah, so these are the two things I think about and I move in my life. Was that elaborate?
Awesome. So, one thing that makes me wonder is when you discussed, something about decision fatigue. Would you like to throw some light and explain us the whole concept behind it? What is your ideology behind the decision fatigue?
Decision fatigue is a very simple thing. Okay, what my ideology behind that is I don't take decisions. I don't take decisions which are not affecting my life. I would like people to take those decisions. I don't want. So I'll tell you. If you see my credit card statement, there will be 130 dirham thing. Dirham is like into 20, whatever it is. So that amount will be deducted every day when I'm in office in afternoon, particular, because I am eating the same thing. I'm not going there and changing my because there is no one to take the decision, right? People know that when I'm coming there, I'll be eating that particular thing. I have taken out that particular decisions from my life. That I don't want to take that decision of what I do. I like to eat that? Yes. Is it healthy? Yes. So yeah, that's it. So I am doing this from a long time. Okay. Obviously, if something is going to affect your life, there might be things that affect your life. So you have to think about how you're going to be healthier, right? So I have taken out that decision. The main thing is that I've taken out that decision from my life. Similarly, a lot of decisions in my life which are in day-to-day basis. For my work, so for my house, it's taken by my wife. I have taken a lot of like what are we going to make, or how much food, like grocery we want to buy, and everything. Like she handles the home, and obviously she handles her office also. But so similarly,
They're watching you.
huh?
Yeah, commenting for you.
Sure, yeah, she's also there. Okay. I see my father also there. Now, what happens with that is I am not tired of my own decisions, and in terms when things are very important in terms of financials, in terms of my happiness and things that I want to do, I don't rely on anyone. I don't rely on anyone, as in I might take their understanding of the things, and I might tell them that why it is right for me, but eventually I'll do that. So it is like that. It is for me like that. So if you see a lot of these entrepreneurs which are huge in the market right now, so be it Bill Gates, be it Mark Zuckerberg, okay, Jack Ma, or a lot of people who are up there, they are not deciding on their clothes. They are not deciding on what to wear on a daily day-to-day basis. They wear the same dress every day. So again, that becomes one thing which they have taken out from their life to reduce that decision fatigue. Okay, so anything that you're doing again and again and again, you'll be having a fatigue, a tiredness because of that. So you're not having that. So these are small decisions that you need to take out of your life, and not just take out of your life, and put less importance to those decisions. Basically, put less importance to those decisions. What is going to impact your future? Put more importance into that. So yeah, I can see up in.
So, what do you think? How can some decisions can make your life more easier, and it can make you exponentially grow in your career?
Decisions in life can be made easier. I didn't get that question. Can you repeat? Yep.
So I'm saying, how can some wise decisions and impactful decisions can actually make you exponentially grow in your career?
Look, exponentially grow when we say, so we need to understand how that graph is. That graph of e raised to power x. If someone is there who doesn't are from not from engineering, and even from engineering we don't remember, right? E raised to power x. Okay, so it starts very slowly. Okay, it starts very slowly, and that is for a long period of time. Okay, and then it explodes. So what I have to say about anyone who has started their career, and anyone who has, say, they are less than 5 years in their own career, and also to the people who have not implemented this strategy and are stagnant in their career. Okay, so what I tell everyone is, and so I told you, right, any decision can be made right. So how you're making that right in this case, so understanding that to exponentially grow, you have to have a very strong base. Okay, so that part of time when you're moving very slowly, you're making a base. So what I tell people is, and I do it myself. I've done that, and I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes that I'll tell about that. That for the first 5 years when you are in your career, put yourself in that hardship, put yourself in that grind to understand every bit of it, So if you're not learning every day, at least learn in 2 days. Okay, if you're not learning every day, then you are pushing yourself back in that exponential graph, or basically your explosion will not be at a particular point. Okay, so what happens is, if you're not putting efforts and it is not increasing every day by day, it is going to be a straight line, and you'll reach to a single point itself. Okay, so it wouldn't explode out. Okay, so what I tell people is, put your effort every day, or when you're putting your effort, when you have thought of this, that I'll put my effort every day, at least you'll put your effort in 2 days, 3 days to learn something new. Learning something new is the only thing that you can do for your own career. Not just new, as in not new for you, but that particular career that you have taken. Say, I am a civil engineer. I have to understand how a building is made, like all from the base to the top, and what are the stakeholders involved, what they do, and once I know that, I'll be able to understand that, okay, this is a particular career path that I should go to reach those heights, right? Similarly, for the first 5 years, any career that you are in, just be grounded and learn everything. If you do this for like 4 to 5 years, 4 to 5 years, I can guarantee you that you will be better than people who are there in that career for say 10 years, 15 years. You will be better because you're learning every day. They didn't. Okay, like 90% people are not learning every day. Though we listen to all this podcast, all this gyan, all those things, but we are not putting in the action, right? We can listen to everything, but we are not putting in the action. Okay, and it is only the action that makes a difference. Okay, and that is it. Put yourself in grind for first 5 years of your career. You might have taken any job. Okay, so coming out of college, there is a stress, right? That where I'll start my career and where my career will go. That is not going to matter in a long run. Okay, that is never going to matter, because if you are not at a place where you're not learning, you'll switch, right? You'll make a move, and when you're learning, right, there will be a lot of people who are searching for you. It is the attitude to learn that actually makes you grow. And in terms of corporate career, that is the way to go ahead, not by anything else. So that is what I would like to say.
Yeah. So I see people in the comment section, they are really interested about your personal journey. So I see a lot of comments, for 5 10 minutes, they are like, what about you? What is your success? What are your regrets? What do you suggest? So go ahead. I mean, talk about a little bit in brief about your whole journey. We would like to know, what made you decide, what are the things you have decided, whatever things you concluded upon, and just the floor is all yours.
So from the college days itself, me and I think Abhinav is there. So me and Abhinav have been
He's clearing
like,
you
we
up.
want to make money. I didn't get you. What you said?
I'm saying he's clearing you up like anything. Like commenting all the time.
Yeah. So we wanted to make money. We wanted to, like, I don't. I have made sure that I'll not ask much of, like, there are a lot of people who ask a lot of money from their parents. I have tried to reduce that in my life, and even my business was going off and all those things. I didn't approach them to give me that money. It wasn't that. So what I've done is I always wanted to make money, and we have done things based on that. Based on, like, we have done a lot of small businesses, a lot of events, college events, and all those things, just with one focus in mind, that we wanted to make money, because money is not like every event you'll get money. You'll be learning a lot from that. You'll be making money in future. So my college days, it's been a lot of ups and downs. So from central issues also, when I was there, I've been suspended for a few days because of all the notorious things I used to. But I was always a good student, and I have been good in making relationships with all the teachers, be the pattern that we had, Father Davis George, or any other people. I had made good relationships with them. And then I came to Nikmar. Okay, Nikmar was like, for me, it was a very big thing, because parents had put in a lot of money in that, and without getting a placement from that college, it was a very bad thing. And then I got at a point where I was banned from the paid placement itself. There were 3 or 4 people in the whole Nikmar batch, not just, and in the past also, that have been banned, and I was in that. Okay, it wasn't that I was a bad student or anything. So situations, circumstances, my decisions at those points, and things happened. Okay, I wasn't thinking like how I'm thinking right now. Uh, but I feel that all those things are great stories for my life itself. So I'm not sad, or I do not regret all those things, though I'm aware that I'll not take those decisions again. uh, and I'll be smart enough to play around, like go around things, not play around. I'll be smart enough to go around things. Now, so again there, I was banned from the placement, and now what to do? So it's God's grace, or it's their plan that some other company which had interviewed us earlier just called back and said that we need these list of people also, like three more guys, and I got placed in that. So before banning, I was banned, the company came, so I got placed in that. So I went to Kuwait while I was in the time when I was doing my internship in monthly developers, I think. Yeah. So I made my own startup idea and started working with one of my friend, and that went on for 2 years. I was in Kuwait, what I was doing was making the ideas expand and understand how it works and all those things, and telling my IT developer guy to make those things. And eventually, then after I think 1 year, 1.5 year, I left that company and started working in the startup industry. So we were making a procurement module for construction industry that would be bringing just-in-time technologies to the construction market. Uh, then things again didn't work out, and I had to think about that. This thing is still there, that I don't want to take a lot of money from my parents. Okay, it's not that they don't have it, but I don't want to take that money. So what I did is I just flew to Dubai. Now that is not like I haven't taken money from them, but it was like I was living at the base thing for everything. Like I was living, so from all the big houses that we were living into, I think the size of the dining table that we have in our houses, that was our room. So we were living two or three people in that room. So when you're coming out of the country, you have to be frugal about your own money and how you're doing that. Now, when I did that, I started going out to take interviews, like not take interviews. I started going out to get some job and get some interviews. Now, what happened in that was my changing moment of my own career. I understood that in the last company, I didn't learn a bit about my own industry. I did my startup, but I didn't learn a bit about my own industry. I thought that next 2 years I'll learn so much. I've worked for I think it's normal day work till 3 in the morning for a whole month. Like those, because I wasn't that good at my own job, right? Because the position that I was taken for, I wasn't that good at it. But I have taken that, so I have to justify, right? I was working like that. I did that grind, and in 2 years, I was consulting people from my own college, uh, uh, in who have been actually for in the industry for 10 years. Now, how did I do that? Just putting in 2 years of enormous effort. So that e raised to power x graph, then it exploded. That's the whole thing. That, and it's not like I'm making a lot of money and all this thing, but I am happy where I am. I know that anyone comes in my industry, and I can tackle him. It's not a thing that I cannot answer him, or I cannot find a way to do that. So yeah, so that's my journey, and yeah, a lot of things happened in my life, and all those things, lucky charm, and all those things.
Yeah,
So yeah,
quite interesting. So, would you like to talk about your regrets as well? Regrets and failures are part and parcel of life, and these are
yeah,
important as well.
yes. So regrets, if I say that what is my regret, and basically I don't take any of my decisions as a regret, because of those decisions I am here, or at least my mind is here. Okay, I'm not like at a place where I am peace at my own place, at my own particular thought process. Okay, I have a peace. Uh, Now, the regret that I would have is basically not understanding personal finance. This was a major thing that I thought that personal finance is a thing that we are not taught in our colleges, and but that should be. Personal finance is a thing that it should be taught from our parents itself. They are also not aware, might be, but now if we are aware, and whenever we are parents, we have to tell everyone. Personal finance is a thing that like a lot of females in my life are not at all aware of what is personal finance and how you need to handle it. Everyone is, even CAs, take those people, CAs, and take people in the finance background. Okay, they are not aware of what is personal finance. Now understand how important it is. We are here in this world, working our asses off. Okay, to do what? To first make money and survive, and second, make a better life out of it, right? So the base is somewhat related to money. It is not everything money, but it is somewhat related to money, right? It is a very big factor, and we don't know how to handle that. We don't know how to multiply it. We don't know what to do with that. Last one and a half 2 years, I've been understand. So first, I again, this is a new industry. I had put in my effort in that particular place so that I understand my own personal finance. Now that is one thing that when I got to know, I was 29 at that age, and I thought that if someone would be like, let's Sherin, sit down. You have to do this. You're not understanding this, but you have to do this. Open an SIP or open something which makes a practice to so that you understand your own personal finances, personal finance, independence of your own finances in your own life. I'm saying independence because a lot of people are still dependent on other people in understanding finances. A lot of people are, and it is not that much effort. We just see that, and okay, if I say what is Bitcoin, at least know about it, at least know about, because the future is going there, right? A future, understand that a lot of, I'm not an investor in Bitcoin in a big time, but yes, I'm investing a small bit of it, but I know where my other part of money is. Personal finance starts from, like, do you have your own life insurance? Do you have, Nikita? No, right? See, understand? It starts from there. It starts from as base as what is required for your life to go. Like we are talking about a lot, that what will happen, what decisions will take us to the sky and all those things. But we are not understanding the base of it. We are not understanding how important is for everyone in the chat. Understand personal finance. Start investing in something. Invest in yourself. Invest in stocks. Invest in anything that you understand. Okay, understand that thing and invest. So this is one regret that I have, that if someone would have put me there and said that start doing this when you are age 18, 19, 20, and this would make, so just one small example. If a lot of, like, everyone is from India, right? If you have started your PPF, okay, PPF is PPF. Fuck it.
I have it. That
You
I
have
have it.
great. But understand that. Okay, understand that. By the age of 40, so maximum what you can invest per year is 1.5 lakh. Okay, is just tell us if this is going boring for you guys. Okay, and there are some other questions too, right? After this,
Many questions to address. So because they're
yeah,
gonna
just this is for me. It is very important, so I'm just letting you know, guys know. So if you're making a PPF at the age of 25, okay, and say by age 40, because initially you'll not be investing that much, not 1.5 lakh a year, but eventually you'll be investing by the age of say 40, it will be around 17 lakh. Okay, leave that amount there. Don't think that you have that money. Okay, don't think that you have that money for next 20 years. So basically you have invested 17 lakhs, right? You left that money, and by the age you're 60, that particular amount crosses 1 crore. How it happens? Understand that it is called as power compounding. Now, so you have eventually invested 17 lakhs, which is more than 1 crore. Is that something making sense? Like how it is happening, right? So understand things like there are things like this that you can invest into and start educating yourself into that. And any one of you would like to get an understanding about it, you can contact me. I'm not paid to do this. I'm not affiliated to any company, but it is a regret that I had in my life that if someone would have taught me that at that point of time, I would be at a very better place from where I am right now. So that's it. So questions we can take.
Yeah. So before we take any questions, just I want to say, when you remember the other day when we were discussing about our session, and we were discussing other things we are going to discuss, you just caught me over there. Why not you are investing? Why are you not investing? Right. So this is
Yes.
like, it was an eye opener for me too. And I would suggest, this is his regret and this is my regret as well. And don't let it become your regret.
Yeah.
So do
And
what
wherever you are, just start doing that. Don't think that I'm 35 now. I'm not doing. Just start doing that. My father has just started now into stocks, and I am happy for like, yeah. So
yeah.
he has done good things in past, but he's now more than 60, and he's trying to understand trading, how to do trading. It's right. He's if he can learn, you can learn. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. It's all about motivation. And I think I accept it. It was my decision fatigue. I'm going to overcome that shortly. So,
Happy to hear that.
talking about the energy and positivity that you show right now, what do you think there are some things that drive your life, motivate you every day, and make you a stronger person every day? What are some mantras that you follow every day in your mind?
Okay, this everyday thing, right? So no, you don't have to get up every day and do everything that is required, because that is so you'll say that I said that every day for 5 years and all those things. Yes, those are the things. But even if you miss a day, keep things in your mind. Keep things in your mind that I'll do this today. So what I do to uh, uh, like complete my work. Okay, I know that I am better when I'm under pressure. Okay, so I sometimes what I do is I take it to a point where I can work quickly. Okay, so I do consult companies in construction claims. So what I do is my wife would be knowing this. Okay, so what I do is I'll not work for 5 days. Okay, this practice is not recommended to anyone. This is how I am and how I work. You might have your own practices that you work for. Okay, so I am good at when I have a lot of pressure. Okay, so and some pressures are good for your life. Okay, when I have a lot of pressures, I work very quick. Okay, so what I do is I don't waste my time. I will not be doing things in that particular sector, but I'll be learning other things. It's like that. What I do is I try to learn every day something. It's not, everything is free right now. Like you go out to YouTube and everything is free, right? So and then so yeah, basically what I was saying. This is where you get.
This is about life.
This is about life, right?
What is the charm of life?
Thank you, love. So, so basically, what I am saying is, every day you don't have to put yourself in a place where I don't want to be. It's not like that. Okay, learn. So if you have 5 days, divide it, and do say 60% of the time what you like, what you love. And it is not like I want to just sit around and see Netflix. It's not that. I'm not saying those things. Okay, Netflix is one waste of your time, and which is deteriorating ourselves. I was in college days, I was watching series like be it Breaking Bad or anything like that, all those things, and those are actual waste of time. Though we learn a lot from there, but those are actual waste of time, because you in that particular time you would have learned a lot. So, and how do I complete my particular set of work that I know that by this date I have to complete? So I have, in the morning, one thing that I do is I write down my own stuff that I want to do today. And I am into planning, and my career is into planning and manpower management, all those things. So I have to plan for myself. So I do it like that. So I do put because I know that I'll be good at taking pressures. So I do it like that. I would postpone things. These are not postponing because I'm lazy and all those things. These are postponing because I know that I'll be able to do that work in that particular time. And by this, and these and the time that I have, I'll be using it for my own recreational works, or basically where what I love to do and what I love to learn. So you are learning everything every day, right? So that is how I divide my day into.
Okay. So one
Yeah.
question coming to my side. I was listening to
Hear
you
you.
the whole 52 minutes, and I just conclude upon saying that, do you think your job made you a better person, or because you made changes and made yourself better and made your job look better? Does that sink?
I get, like, because some part of what you're saying is missing. Like the audio is not
Okay.
clear.
So
Can
do
you
you
repeat?
think your job made you better at management things?
Okay.
The things that you manage in every day.
Nikita, I think you're offline. There was a
Is
cut.
it?
Like you're back now. You're back now.
Okay. So did I convey my question properly?
Did my job make me help me in management part? That's what
Yes.
you have
Yes.
asked. Okay. Yeah, it did. It did, because everything that you're doing is, if you are aware of what you're doing, you will learn from everything. I have started reading a lot of books, and if I don't have time, because yeah, a lot of days I don't have that much time. So what I'll do is I learn from Audible. Like I while I'm driving to my office, I'll be listening to Audible, all those things. I'll be listening to books, right? Uh, More of what job has taught me, it is more of what life has taught me, has impacted again my life. So I wouldn't say that it is everything about my job, because job is one part of your life, and I would tell everyone that keep it just that part of your life. No, don't make your life a job itself. So it is just a part of your life. You'll be learning a lot of things from there, and you can implement it in your own life. But yeah, it is just as small as that.
Okay. So next thing coming, you have your interest in helping people, new graduates actually coming out of college. So
Right.
what motivates you to help them in a very selfless manner? And why do you invest so much time helping people?
Oh, that again, my wife. If yeah, she's there, I know. And what is going to happen is she'll be able to tell that on Fridays, or here it is Fridays that is our weekend. On Fridays, I am going on calls, and I think if someone of my juniors have joined here, okay, I'll be going on call and talking to my juniors just like that, because I have felt that. Every batch that comes out, we evolve. And if we are not letting our juniors know that what you have to do, like you don't have to put your 7 years in a particular position to understand, right? There can be one good teacher who can help him understand. So I am doing my part so that I am able to basically help out those people who are in stress. And I have been there. I've been there, and I've understood how important it is to hold someone, is that someone holds your hand for a bit and just tells you that go in this direction, or something like that. Okay. I though I never tell them to go in particular direction, it is their own decision, it is their own things. What I do is I open up the options, what they'll have in the next 5 years in front of them, so that they are aware of it. Simply as being aware is one important things. Our gurus and all who have been rishi munis and everyone in India, they have been like amazing people, right? So they have told about those things. They have told about being aware about yourself, but for now, just be aware of what is coming in future. Okay. So I like to help them because I've been there. I've been at a point where no one was there to help, and I've been at a point where someone has handheld me and taught me things, and that has affected a lot in my career. So career wise, what I look into those people that I guide, or a mentor mentee relationship, right? What I do is whenever anyone, so there are a lot of, because if you're on LinkedIn and you're a little active, you'll know that there will be a lot of people who will be asking your help, okay? And they also don't know that they don't need help, okay? Because when you tell that, okay, this is what you can do, they're gone, they're not doing anything then about that, okay? A lot of people actually do not require help. They are just putting themselves in a position and thinking that, oh, I need help, but no one is helping me. What they need to do is take action, and a lot of people don't take actions. And that is why if a person who is grinding himself or herself for 5 years, they'll be ahead of people who have not grinded themselves and just ask for help. Just ask for help. I have done my part. I have asked for help, no one helped me, I am like this. No, you have to. You have. If no one is there to help you, you yourself handle yourself and get out of that wherever you are and you feel. Don't do that cribbing and all those things. If someone, so what I look into is, there are a lot of people like every week I am talking to either my juniors, either anyone in sales, or anywhere starting from 5 years down behind to 10 years ahead. All people I have talked to till now. Like this journey started, like I think almost last year, and I am happy to do that, right? I don't remember everyone's name, and I don't remember who I have told what, but what I do is I listen to everything that they have to say and listen to them. Like today I'm talking, but I listen to a lot of people. Listening to a lot of people is, listening is one thing that you need to understand and do if you want to actually make something good in your like if you want to actually innovate in the world, right? If you don't know what are the problems pertaining in this world, how would you make something, right? So what I do, so a lot of people are coming in. What I do is I give them a simple task. Like I might give them at least as simple as, okay, schedule a meeting between you and me on this particular day. And they don't do that. They are like, oh no, I forgot that. And they would come back, say next 15 days after, can you help me in this? I'll say that, okay, schedule. And they again don't come. Okay. I remember those people, right? I remember those people who do not come to the meeting for, and they are not, if they are not aligned to that date, they can give me a date, right? So but that is also not happening. So, and there are people who are pushing, and like you itself, okay, you did everything. I'm very happy with how you conducted this whole meeting and how you have done that whole poster thing and how you have posted out everything. So these are efforts and actions that you're putting out, right? I remember this girl 3 o'clock in the morning sending me a message that, sir, is this good? I'm like, come on, you're like, and that shows her dedication, right? So similarly, people need to do their actions, right? Action. So I give them actions. If they don't do it, I don't even answer after some time, because, and if they want me to take some actions, they have to do that much effort. As simple as that. So I whenever someone comes to me, I give them a small task. I've told people, like I have told people to read books. Okay, I've given them books. I've given them understanding of what that book is and how it can impact. Some people have read that. I have met a lot of amazing people. I've met, like I'm very happy with that. So it is not for me to teach them. It is me who is learning from all those people. So that is why I do that. I'm learning from those people. Anyone, like it might be a 7-year-old kid I'm talking to. I might be learning from that kid, because now kids are a lot smarter than what we were. So for my own learning, I do that, and it is for my own future. Let's say that I'm selfish, but I am doing in this way. Okay, so everyone has to be selfish about their own growth. This is my way of working, where I actually like to help people so that I can learn, right? That is my reward. So that's,
Yeah. It works both ways, right?
yeah.
Um, Helping somebody, you are helping yourself too. And
Yes.
teaching is one thing that you sharper every day.
Oh, yes. Teaching is one beautiful thing that you yourself will be like, oh, I didn't thought of this. I didn't ever thought of this while I was learning this. When I'm teaching this particular thing, I am able to think a lot. So it opens your mind. So yeah, so that is for me.
Yeah, and when you help people and they come to you, reach out to you saying it helped me, that is so rewarding.
Yes, that
It
is
is
also good.
such a rewarding feeling. All right, and you got me emotional by praising me a little bit. Thank you for that. And
I I didn't get
uh,
Nikita.
yeah, so am I feeling proper now?
No, it is not clear for me. Is it clear for you guys for what Nikita is speaking?
Uh, am I okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. It's better.
Okay. So a lot of encouragement for you in the comments, and I think we can now address the questions that people have posted. So show some
Okay,
energy,
yeah.
guys. Keep posting your questions.
You can post your questions again if we
Yeah.
have left something.
Okay. First question from Ita. Yeah, here on the screen. We never forget our wrong decisions. How to
Yeah.
come out from the bad experience of a wrong decision. Deep.
Yeah. So this is one thing that bothers a lot of people. Okay. Ekta, thanks for this question. Wrong decisions are nothing until and unless there is a bad experience related to that. Now, anything that we are living for and we are doing right now, it is all experiences, and some impacts us in a very huge manner, some impacts in a little less manner. But eventually, it is our own actions. Again, I will say, any experience that you have to come out of with, you can take the same decision in your life, and because you are taking a different set of actions and come out of it in a very different way, in a very flying colors, you can come out of that decision. It is the actions uh, uh, that is actually making things change. So actions is what a bad experience, if you had, say any bad experience you had. So what happens because of that is you are now educated and smart enough to know that because of this particular thing, it happened, right? Now, what you can do is whenever you take the same decision, you can be aware of that and you can change to that. So it is basically that you take that decision again and go through that journey again. So whenever there is a fear in your life, I say I have a fear until and unless I have a fear of, say, heights. Say until and unless I have vertigo, where it is a medical condition itself, I would say that go to a height and like do a skydiving. Okay, there will be people behind you who will be making things that making sure that you're safe. But that height, once you jump off that particular, so I have jumped out off a cliff. Okay, so doing that, you are basically, so this is your fear, you're going through it. Okay, once you go through it, this disappears, this will disappear. And say you don't know swimming. Okay, that is a very bad experience people have. Okay, you don't know swimming and you have an experience of drowning. Now that is one experience. I've drowned 3 times before I learned swimming. Okay, and I didn't push myself back that I'll not learn. I have and while I was doing that, I've also jumped from the cliff into the water. Okay, and that was in the ocean. Okay, so those are stupidities in our life that we do. But the base behind that is going through your fear and going through your bad experience again with the right decisions and with the right actions, so that once you go through them, you will not have that experience at hinged to your heart. So so it is not that exactly you have to do that. So say some people might have broken marriages. Okay, broken marriages, that is one experience that you don't want to have it again, right, with the same person. But the next person, if you are doing this and you're saying that every marriage is bad, every person is bad, and you're not trusting people, and you're not trying to go through that, you'll always be in that sad emotion part. That sad emotion part will always be a part of your life. Now, if you want to go through that, trust someone and do the right thing. Again, it might be something else might happen, but that particular thing, you will be satisfied that I did good. So that is how you can go through any experience in your life, bad experience.
Yeah. As you said that you don't regret things that you have done wrong in your life. It's just
Right.
the lessons learned.
Yes, these are lessons learned. A lot of them, a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next question up from Raj. He says, "What is the best decision that you have taken?" He's very interested about your life.
This is a lot
Things
of
like
best. I was not ready to marry. I did marry, so that was a good decision that I have taken. I was not. Again, so if I say, if I have a regret and if I've done that right now, that is the best decision I've taken. So financially, educating myself. Okay, that is base of whatever I am doing. Okay, financially educating myself. If I'm good at my finances, right, I will do a lot of other goods in the world. Okay, because money has been a part where people
take it taboo when they say that, like, when if someone is growing good in money terms, right, we say that, oh, he's doing with this thing, he's doing with that thing, he's doing all the wrong things. Why that thing is there? If someone is making money, it is good for them, and you learn from them, and you also make money. Everyone should make money, right? So educate yourself in terms of finances. Okay, so those are the things. Finance part is personal finance.
That is the best thing that you have done. Okay.
Yes, that is.
Next up, sir, how I stand with my decisions in odd situations. I totally agree with your question. Thank you for posting that. I will let you explain.
Odd situations are, so once you have taken 100% commitment, as we start, like when we started talking about this, right? 100% commitment to one decision. Okay, if you have done that, okay, is it 90? Understand first, is it 98% decision or is it 100% decision? My camera is this side, right? Okay. So is it 98% decision or is it 100% decision? Ask yourself, not to tell us or anything else. Ask yourself where this particular decision is. If you have taken 100% decision, right? What decisions you have taken, and because of that, odd situations are coming in. You have to maneuver through, because that is your life decision that you have taken. You have to maneuver through any odd decisions, any odd situations that is coming, because situations are the things that actually wobbles our base. Okay, if we are talking about a building, okay, it is a good foundation and everything, but if there is an earthquake, okay, some buildings might collapse, some buildings might stay there. Now, situations are those earthquakes that comes to our life, and what happens because of that is, if we have made those strong thoughts in our mind that any situation comes in, I will be able to do this. So situations and everything are things that are coming from surroundings. So anyone has to go through that. Everyone will have odd situations. It is your 100% commitment to that particular thing that will be the only thing that will help you to go through it. So what you'll do is you'll maneuver through. You'll find 100 ways to maneuver through in that odd situation if you have that 100% commitment. If you are in that 98% thing, right? Father Davis has come to examine, so I'd like to see section. So thank you, Father, for that comment. So where I was. So if it is an odd situation, which everyone will face, okay, it is your base and it is your structure, how you have made this, how much belief you have in this, and how you're going. So if you have that, right, you'll find 100 ways. If you don't have that, you'll always be like, should I go there? Should I go there? Should I take the other option? Okay, that is where that foundation is it will break, and things will not good things will happen. Yeah. So
Okay.
Abhishek, I hope that I have answered you.
Abhishek, I just want to, because I really like the question, I want to add in something. It's just that, if I retrospect myself, if I look back in life and, decide upon things and conclude my story, I would say, things that I really wanted to do, I did it. And, if I was even 1 or 2% skeptical about things, then I would say, it's odd situation. That is why I gave up. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are really sure that this is the thing that belongs to me, you will never give up, no matter what. I know it's the case with everybody. वो दिल
Yes.
से चाहने वाला होता है ना. You wanted
बिल्कुल.
100%, कभी नहीं छोड़
Right.
दिया.
Right. And there was one thing that we learned in our college, right? You are what you repeatedly do. Excellence then is not a act, but a habit, right? So those words are actually very important in your life. So if you want to excel in something, you have to do it repeatedly. Be any situation comes in your life. That's it.
Okay, we have
Oh boy,
how to
that is
set
a
goals.
that is a whole session like that. Setting
Yeah.
goals. Setting goals. Go to YouTube and see how to set goals. Okay, those those are like long sessions. And this I would say that how to set goals is when people ask me about how to set goals, right? Do you have a goal? Do you have a goal and in your mind that you want to actually set, right? Because this is a very generic question that comes out, and if you have that question, right? Uh, uh, go to YouTube, and there will be plenty of people who have answered that. I would answer that, but then again, it would be a big session that how to set goals. Uh, but
Okay. I
again,
have
this is an
another
option
topic.
for you. Go ahead and learn that. Just go to YouTube and learn how to set goals. Very easy, very clear methods you'll understand. But do that then, in that case.
Goal setting. It's like another technique that project managers follow. Okay. So,
That,
what is your future goal? What do you want to become in your professional life ahead and ahead? Although you are already a professional, but what are your future goals? Very broad
so
question.
yeah, might be I'm so what has intrigued me right now is about uh, Bitcoin and blockchain. Okay, I understand that the whole world would be changing, like how internet was in 2002, 2000, like 99, all at that time, how internet was and how we were behind in adopting those things. Our country is again behind in adopting newer technologies like not Bitcoin, blockchain. So again, I am not from the computer science background or anything. Okay, I have no idea of how it is. But while I was understanding how the future would be and what I would like to do and all those things, this again becomes something as what is a base to what I'll be doing in future. So somewhere in that scope. Right now, as I told you, that I'm turning into a business analyst. I'm doing my post graduation, and again, as per my career wise, I'm at a very good position, and I can grow at a much better rate in this particular position that I am. But I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it because if I'm here and if I look in the future, next 5 7 years, that's it, right? That's it that I can grow that in the next 5 7 years. But if I'm looking for 10 years, I need to think about other things, newer technologies that are coming in, newer thoughts that are coming in, how the world would be changing, all those things. Education would be changing. I would like to change the education system in future, but that is a completely different thing. But yeah, that is what I look into. I am at like just the base. I've just started understanding things. I've just started talking to people about it. So yeah, that I think I haven't done my 100% till now because I'm analyzing. So there is an analyzing period that you have to go through. It's not like 100%. You have to analyze things and then take that 100%. So I am analyzing, and mostly I will see myself there.
Yeah. And also, I feel
Any
it's pretty impossible to answer this erratic question saying that where do you want to see yourself after 10 years, right? Because things change, you evolve, you maybe you change your path. Depends upon the situation.
So I learned about one thing that whatever you say that you will be there in 10 years, you'll be much far ahead than that if you're working on it. Okay. Simply as this, I have learned from investing, like personal finance. If you're saying that, okay, in next 10 years, I'll make this much money and that's it, right? You'll be much far away if you're in that journey, and if you're persistent in that journey, you'll be much far away. And the next 5 years, wherever you see yourself, right, in the next 5 years, be very less than what it would be what you're thinking in the next 5 years. So I've learned this from YouTube. But yeah, that is how it is. So It should be there. It should be there. It shouldn't be like I don't have any goal, but it should be about it. It shouldn't be like this is my particular thing. It should be a like what I feel. It should be a concept that okay, I would be somewhere here. Okay, so because yeah, goal is like I sound ki aankh, bullseye. So, but I would be okay with if I'm somewhere there, like something like that. Yeah, but setting your that where you want to be. That's it.
Okay. One thing to learn from this, like amazing, and you did an amazing job describing this because if we just elaborate, where do I want to see myself after 5 years? I can limit myself, right? And I will strive to only reach at that place and not far and above that. Great. I never thought about it. It's learning.
Yeah, because what happens that's what 5 years when you set your goal, right? Might be you have reached that in 3 years, okay, or might be you haven't reached there in next 7 years. You'll be depressed in that case, but in that next 3 years you'll grow so well. If you have been in that particular scenario, you'll grow so well that you'll say oh wow, this is something that has happened. This is something that has changed my life. Look at Elon Musk's life. Okay, he is one guy who is I don't have words for him. That particular, if I'm talking about that particular, he doesn't have words for himself itself. Like, uh, but look at his life. He would have never thought of where he is right now, and he, as being what he is, he never thinks of what he is right now itself. He is the richest guy in this world, right? So I was just reading a tweet that someone congratulated him to be the uh, richest man in on the earth, and he said that okay, thank you, back to work. So he's not happy. He's not like oh I've reached here, okay. He's not like I've done everything. No, he's like okay, it is not a significant thing for me. It might be for you, like that. So consistency for that goal, for that thought is important. Understanding that what is the future, not like you'll be having a goal that takes you behind, that takes you decades back. No. So
So one interesting, although it's not a question, it's just a statement. Do you want to describe the balance between heart and mind? Sometimes
hardly where is
the balance between heart and mind.
heart and mind. Okay, describe heart. Like what should we follow? Something like that.
The balance between heart and mind.
Oh, that thing. Heart and mind. Okay, that is a good question. And I would be like I have to think. Heart and mind. So mind is where mind will give you basically the path to reach somewhere, but heart will give you the direction to go there. So when we say gut feeling, right? Gut feeling is that is coming from a gut, but it is basically that is what we call heart, right? Gut feeling is what is heart is. So it is coming from somewhere here, right? So that gut feeling would a lot of time give you a direction, okay? But that would only happen if you're getting your gut feelings just like that, right? It might not be a good decision, but if you have put yourself in that grind to actually do something, right? There will be gut feelings that will just deviate you some bit, a little bit, and there would be a big explosion. Mind is something that we need to train. We need to train a lot in terms of like just read books a lot, and understand how your mind works. Understand the psychology of anything that you possess, or if and understand the psychology of anything that you want to and anything when a person wants to do. Okay, what is the thought process in that? if you're taking that thought process and if you are analyzing yourself, you'll see that there are a lot of things that are of no significance. There are a lot of things that are actually just a part of a mind that is there, and it has been from the birth, it has been from the childhood. A lot of things we it is there in back of our mind, and because of which we are doing a particular thing in a particular way. Now you can train your mind. That's the best thing about mind. You can train your mind and change it in all manners. If you have so what happens is mind takes you back in some, if someone has a problem of going back to sad things that happened in their life again and again, you can train your mind. Just go out, look out for people who can help you in that. As simple as that. Mind is something that you can train, and yeah, so that is my answer. Gut is something that you will be having by your own once you have put your hard-earned time on that.
Great. So you mentioned books. You should read some books. Next
Yeah.
question from Adit. He says, any books that you suggest to get the right mindset of decision making?
I'll just open my Audible. I'll just Audible. Where is it?
Amit, your question being addressed. So
Just a second. So I have read a lot of books. A lot of books are might be so some books comes to your life when you're reading those books, right? It comes to your life as sometimes you will not relate to what is happening in the book, because that is not the position that you are in your life right now. But some books will be always helping you to go ahead. Some books that I love to read again and again is, one is the 5 a.m. Club, okay, by Robin Sharma. That is one book that can change your life. By so Nikita, you were saying that that you cannot get up in the morning.
I
Obviously,
just
work
cannot.
schedule.
I'm not a morning person at all.
Yeah, this is one thing that I'm not a morning person at all. Okay, there's nothing like that. This is one thing that we have in our mind again that we can train. Okay, so one book which actually has impacted me is 5 a.m. Club. I learn a lot from that, and it has impacted me. Again, then there are some books that are there to make yourself aware about what is the surrounding and how to interact and all those things. So the other one was, obviously a lot of people would be knowing this, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That is an amazing book. There's one book, if you want to just change everything in your own career, okay? This is one of my mentors who had suggested me. So I'm going to read that, and I'm going to read that again. Is Rework. Just search Rework. Okay, that is an amazing book to change everything in your career. It changes how you work. Okay, so that is one book that is amazing. One book that I haven't been able to complete again and again, but is read by the world leaders and everyone around the world who has impacted a lot of people, is the autobiography of a yogi. I might be not at the position to understand everything that is there, but the autobiography of a yogi is in my list, where I'll be reading that again and again to understand how it has impacted the world. It has impacted a lot, but in me, but not in that extent. And I am just right now reading Ikigai. So Ikigai is basically what will make you happy when you're doing that. What is that thing, to find that thing, how to go behind that, and how you'll find the thing that will make you happy. That will make you. So I was just reading a book, and by that book we have always heard, right? This is not a recommendation to do anything. I'm going to say a bad thing about about one thing, a bad thing in terms of people's mind and thought process. People smoke cigarettes, right? And we say that cigarettes will reduce your life, right? I was reading that book, and the book was telling about the people who have lived the longest. They are the Japanese people, Japan people from Japan, and so that word itself is coming from. So one of the person who was there, she was a lady. She was 120 years old, okay, and she left smoking because her health wasn't that good. She left smoking at the age of 110. So I felt that this is again in our minds, right? But what she was doing is keeping herself mobile every time. Mobile as in they move a lot. They don't do exercises, but they move a lot. Eat good. They'll sleep good. There are people who have said that in that book is they have slept. Just it is resting that you'll do that your age would go higher, like you'll be alive a lot more. So these are things that we think that if we sleep a lot, it is lethargic and all those things, right? But no, like people are doing that and still are doing good, right? So it's not a thing that I'm saying that we should do, but I'm just letting you know that that was a part of that book. So, and yeah, there are good parts in that book also. So go read that. Okay, not this one, not this one.
Yeah, all the positive vibes. So I
Yeah,
want to thank Father Darius George. He took time out on a Saturday and he
so
just
sweet of
joined
him.
this session. We are so happy to see you, Father, and just thank you so much that you made to this session.
Right.
And
And
I'm just
for the people who don't know, he was our patron for our graduation college,
yes,
and a lot of people have learned a lot under him. So he has been a, a, a person who a lot of people in Jabalpur, where we were born, would look up to. So yeah, that's why we are happy that he is there.
yeah. And what I learned from Father Darius George is how to stay grounded all through your life, no matter what you have achieved, right?
Yeah.
So great. All right, moving on with questions. One question from Shubhangi. She says, um, should we start with small challenges or not?
This challenges shouldn't be as small as you think. Okay, so the challenge, what is a challenge? The word, it is challenging you, right? So if we are taking very small challenges, okay, so there are set of okay, I'm in the camera, right? Yeah, okay. So there are set of challenges, small to medium, and then there are large ones, okay, that are humongous, okay. So if you're starting from the smallest, right, what will happen is uh, you'll do this and you'll be like you'll get bored if you're doing small challenges, very small challenges in your life. Okay, so always take the middle one where it is a little challenging for you, that you can go and do something and it will give you satisfaction that you have done something. So always go for the middle one first, and by the time that passes, you can do the small ones and all those things, like accumulate 2 3 small ones and do things. But always not go for the biggest challenge, but a challenge should be something that has actually challenged you to do something, to push yourself, to actually go out of your way to do something. And yeah, that's how I take challenges. That's how I've learned from books that what challenges should I take, because we are people who will be bored if we are not getting challenges in our life, because we are humans and that is how we are. Okay, so the challenges should be a little daunting to you, a little daunting, not like oh, what is this, and all those things. Like you cannot do that, and all those things. Like start in the middle way.
Yeah. Just one thing that I want to add here is challenges should be something that challenge you as a person and not something that breaks you as a person. I could not achieve
Mhm.
it, I would for nothing. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just goal setting. Again, this comes as in, I want to be this. And for that, you have to pay certain prices, but you will achieve it. And this should be challenging and not breaking. So,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, yeah. And once you start doing that, right? So what happens is our mind starts trained. There might be small challenges that you are not able to do. Okay, so your the mind starts getting trained to handle those rejections, handle those failures, because failures are important in your life. And if you're not failing, then you're not putting yourself in that grind. Okay, so if you're not failing, that means that you haven't pushed yourself that much. Simple as that. Again, look at Elon Musk. He fails now and then. Now and then he's failing, like just like that. And he's not failing like a small thing. He's failing for millions of dollars. Okay, so yeah, so challenges is something like that.
Yeah. And one thing that I personally follow is, milestone approach. Because I play safe in my life. And I just, I make sure I achieve milestones and then reach a final destination.
Yeah, yeah. So I read something like when people throw stones in your life, make it milestones. Okay, so yeah, that was a
Exactly.
good one.
Yeah. So one
So
question interesting from Joy, he's like, learn to earn present. Past, learn to earn. Present,
yeah,
make your money earn for you. Is this
yes,
the story you would like to share?
this is the story I learned from him itself, Bijoy. So this is the story that. So he has taught me some amazing things in terms of finance, but he wasn't telling me that okay, start doing this and nothing like that. He was telling me how to do things. So yeah, this is what story I like to, because until and unless you are not making your money earn for yourself, you are not in the right thought process. Thought process, as in once you have learned how to earn, okay. Basically, we are all graduates and all, and we have started earning, right? Learned. You've learned that by doing something you'll earn, okay, and you have to be good at it, a little good at it. So once you have started doing that, make your money something that earns for you. Do it small in a small way. In next 10 years it will earn so much that if you are doing it, and if you are living a frugal life, you'll be in next 10 years, that money would be able to make that much, so that you alone at least can survive without working a single day also. But obviously you have your families and all, so you have to do more, but at least that would be there. So if that is doing when you're sleeping and money is making itself on its own, so that is one important thing.
Yeah. So I think there are no further questions. Everything answered quite gracefully and was so informative. Anything,
Thank you.
Sharon, that you want to address before we just wind off this session?
Just do actions. Like if you're searching for a job, go out. If you don't tell your colleges or anything that you're not bringing us placements and all those things. Stop doing that. Stop doing cribbing about things. Actions are, go out. If you want to work, do freelancing. If you want to do something that in your life, do it. Go do it. There shouldn't be anything. If there is something, right, that is stopping you, just remove it out of equation. Just remove it. And that's the best thing that you'll do. And once you start doing this, once you make this a habit, right, and then there would be nothing that would be stopping you in your life. So that is the whole thing that I would say.
Yeah. Great session. I mean, it was so much of energy, participation, and involvement from the audience. I am humbled that your family also took time
Yeah.
and joined the session. Thank you so
I'm
much for
thankful to my
sharing
family too.
by everybody who has joined webinars. I want to address each and everybody of you. Abhinav, Abhimanyu, Sagar, everybody. I could, remember these names at the front of my head. So, so thanks so much, guys. It was so amazing, overwhelming, and I'm just really blessed to see the response. And again, Sharon, sir, thank you so much for taking time out and giving us so much of your time. I mean, it's around 2 hours. Amazing.
Yes. Thank you, Nikita, for conducting this. I love the way that you have conducted this. And I wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you so much. If you have any feedback, suggestions, please
Yeah.
comment down on the video for me. And also, if you want to reach out to him for any suggestions that you might want for taking a great, meaningful, impactful decision in your life, please reach out to him. It's super helpful.
You can call me, like, you can connect me over LinkedIn or anywhere. And yeah, subscribe to her.
Please, guys, please do that.
Like and
All
subscribe,
right.
share.
Okay, one interesting comment that I see from Professor Meeta Verma. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being so nice
Thank
throughout the
you.
session. 19 points, right?
Ma'am, could you
Big.
just send that to us?
Thank you so much. All right. See the comments. We
Yeah.
are blessed. Thanks, guys. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot. Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, students. Everybody out there. We just owe so much of love. Thank you. All right, we are
Thank
winding up.
you.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.